welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, a black and gold mosh pit where the Hawkeyes are ready to swarm. The Cyclones will get us started with the opening kickoff. Fair catch, called for and made. So Iowa's offense will take the first swing of the game. While these two might have struggled to stay prominent on the national stage, the Cy Hawk Trophy always carries paramount importance.
And it means so much to the fans. Been to these games a lot of times, the energy is through the roof, and they both want to destroy each other.
And what's interesting about this rivalry game is it sets the tone for both programs. They generally play early in the year, and for the winner, it can really catapult you. No loser's got to pick up the pieces.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on first down. Back to throw, it's Lamb. They're trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska, once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10. Let's go out and make a statement today.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They go to the ground. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles into the ground.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you've got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. So the Iowa State Cyclones offense will take the field for the first time. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay, it's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on him early. Put your physicality, let that win. It ain't going to be your speed.
They're getting this guy lathered up. Nice move, creates some space. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll run play action. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. The Cyclones, who've been bedeviled over the years by close losses, pulled out one of their own the last time.
It's all about executing when it matters the most. The coaching staff loved the way their players were ready to go late in the game. So let's see how this one turns out, David.
Yeah, and they executed so well. Iowa obviously always the same, so physical, so tough, but the Cyclones found a way to make plays and win the football game.
The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hodges. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the stakes. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. The option look. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And the Cyclones will bring the punt team onto the field. They ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Power football with the run. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On the run, it's Hull. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
The Hawkeyes get it past the sticks.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. You better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Encroachment defense.
Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. And the Hawkeyes are flying down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pulls it in. It's Hull. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Quick release by the QB, and they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Trying play action. Moving away from pressure. Snagged on the outside, it's Webb. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of one, and as is tradition here in Iowa City, we take a moment to say hi to the children of the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. Hello, kids. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll go to the ground. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
Thought maybe they would consider the field goal here, but the offense is staying out there on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it past the marker. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Hawkeye! The AT unit on the field. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. And he takes this from inside. And the ball's free deep in his own territory. Recovered by the kicking team. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff team, you don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big forced fumble, big momentum play created.
And how about this? You get to start a drive with a first and goal. Forward. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Iowa!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one, too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Iowa State sending the offense back out. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go...
And he breaks into the open. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Working on the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He'll try to pop the draw. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. This rivalry is so important to the people of this state, and it dates back to 1894, guys.
Yeah, it goes back a long way. And when you watch the product on the field every year, it's usually low scoring, but it's a lot of physical, tough people on the field.
Yeah, and, you know, people in Iowa, they just love football. And this is a rivalry game that really hits home for so many. Regardless of which side of the fence you're on, in this game, Iowa or Iowa State, it means so much.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Arguably the game of the week, fellas, with 2 top 25 teams locking horns. Ole Miss needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Oxford behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Tulsa.
Give to the running back.
We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Now the play fake. Quickly to the tight end. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
They'll leave it with him, and they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Dropping back, it's Lamb. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Hawkeyes have their offense in high gear. Out of the gun to give to the back. Fights off a defender. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Nice run there on first down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Going with the counter play here. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Man, offenses are getting really creative in the way they run their counter plays now. They pull different guys. They pull a guard. They pull a tackle. They pull a guard and a tackle. So really keeping the defenses off balance. You can't just key on wherever the tight end is. You got to realize they can show you one thing and come back with another.
Off play action. Dumps it off in the flats. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on 4th down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Finds the tight end. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
Using his legs, it's Paul. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing.
The give to the tailback. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Hawkeye!
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Running back searching for a hole. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Let's see what he can do with it. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Iowa has the ball back on offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Looking to throw, it's Lamb. He makes the connection. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. To the air on first down. He's going to take off. He makes a grab. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Iowa! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish that.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking to go up top on first down. Got his man in the middle. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Oh, he makes the catch. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Give to the single back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered.
Oh, look out! He's at the 10. Touchdown, Cyclones! He got loose, it was all over.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to pass. It's Lamb. Safe completion on the screen. And they swarm him under.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Just outstanding vision from the young freshman on that run.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They'll run it from the gun.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give from the gun. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Now on 3rd down for this offense. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Yeah, nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard. They picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
They'll stop him at the 31. Let's mark it off at 5 yards, and that will be a first down. Quarterback checking the play. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Coming after him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Looking left. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect him to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Back to pass, it's Lamb. Makes the grab. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Hawkeyes will hustle to the line. Here we go with the run on 4th down. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole play.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Feeling some heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Didn't It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments. Stop to that return at the 22. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Lofts one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that. And then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Quickly out to the tight end. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. The Cyclones have this offense rolling. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. On second down, he's looking downfield. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. That's the end of the quarter, and Iowa is on top. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Unleashes one deep. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on first and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down in 2nd and 9. They'll try the run. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. Keeps the legs moving.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Scanning the field, it's Lamb. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He'll pull it down and run. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. And the Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Iowa State sending the offense back out. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get
He lets one fly deep. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella.
Just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late. They're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. You saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here. And now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the fourth quarter.
Throws to the wideout. Makes a grab enough for the first. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They keep attacking through the air. It's caught downfield. He'll work his way down to the 28.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen 2 big plays now, back-to-back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll run the option. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Protection blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the fourth. They'll line up for the onside kick. Iowa has the ball back on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again. Create some momentum. Just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. To the air. It's Lamb. Quickly complete. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. The Hawkeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Give to the back. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Holding.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, first down. From the gun, running back on the move. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. He's got it. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Line getting set on second down. Looking downfield, it's Lamb. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeyes. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. And he's going to bring it out. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level.
The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll give it to Johnson. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow at 2nd and 7. And the Hawkeyes look to do some damage in the red zone. Right back to him on the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
The give to the back. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.